Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. It is a gorgeous afternoon for me here. Leah Davis, founder of Leah Davis Coaching. I wanted to come forward today and talk about having a plan for your money and being able to release for peace. Doesn't that sound fantastic? Releasing for peace. Release what? I'll get to that. Hopefully all this technology works today because I've been having issues, internet, everything today. It's just one of those days, but I'm here. And if I go out, well, I'm still here. I'll make sure that I hop back on. Um, would love to talk about this, about having a plan or not having a plan for money. And I want to say that because many women that I've talked to over the years and coached just really want to be able to have a plan for their money. And where that comes from is what I've observed in my experience in working with him is the barrage of information that's out there on what you should be doing at this age, time frame in your time in your life, stage of your career, whatever. That there's the things that you have got to be getting done, and sometimes those things are what these women are perceiving should be done because of what they see other people accomplishing and doing. And because of that, there is that experience of feeling I'm behind. I don't know what I'm doing. I need to have a plan. Thank you, Risha. Risha is my tech. Hey, Risha, earlier I was recording a financial education video. I did the whole thing, no sound. Why? Mic was off. Anyway, I got to re-record and really do a good job. So, it's the little things in life. It's the little things in life that can throw me off. Okay, so I was saying that there could be this feeling of women that I've coached and worked with of not having it all together. I'm behind. I need a plan for money. I need a plan for my money. And yes, that is important because we've got to be able to have our older selves be happy and grateful for all the work that we've done to take care of ourselves and our later years of life, right? But then you got to throw in there that things happen in life. Life is not this. Is the word linear? I always say it linear. That way. It's not always straight up. It can go up and down and stop, right? So many different things can happen, especially for us women of color. I'll give some examples. I'll give one really big one that I've seen and experienced in my own family, which is women not having to work, being pulled out of work, taking time away from work because they have to care for a loved one. And that care could be something as caring for the elderly. It could be caring for children. It could be caring for a loved one who's incarcerated and having to help them get reestablished or things like that, right? That's very real. Um, Getting pulled out of work for having children or getting sick ourselves, and not being able to work or different things happening, getting let go from work. I mean, right? Being forced to quit a job, having to leave because of discrimination experience. None of that stuff is put into the model that most of us have gauged our financial success and planning against. Yes, again, all of the things are important to do, which is investing and getting life insurance and setting money aside. And yes. It is important. Those are the practical things side of things, right? The things, but that's just like one portion of it. And what I'm talking about is when women are saying that I need to have a plan, I'm bad with money, and I don't have a plan. That is such a ferocious lie. You are not bad with money if you can sit there and get a notebook out and calculate how many times you've made your car payment, how many times you've paid rent, how many times you've made your mortgage payment, how many times you've paid bills. Think about all the years that you have been paying bills and add it up. Like you are not bad with money. You are working with money, right? And then there's this plan. It's not having a plan, right? So then that feeds into this like I'm behind and I'm bad with money because I don't have a plan. But I really hope If anything that you walk away with today is an understanding that it really starts within. And what I'm saying is, mm, paying attention to how you're responding to working with your money, how you're responding to implementing things like opening a retirement account or checking your credit report or reviewing your bank statements, those kinds of things. And paying attention about what is being stirred up inside of you or not, if you're avoiding it, if you're procrastinating, if you're really anxious while you're doing those things. And why that's important is because if you think about the things that you want to have a plan for, let's give an example of, I don't know, someone wants to have an investment property. Let's put that out there. They really want to be able to have some commercial real estate that they're investing in because that's important to them. And that's a path for them to step into having some generational wealth that they want to be able to pass down, something, right? Now it's what is the desired outcome of doing the thing? And a common one would be peace of mind or having a sense of stability, financial stability, knowing that I'm taking care of others and that will bring me peace of mind. Okay, great. Peace of mind. And when this individual is working or maybe isn't because they're avoiding looking at their financial situation, is that ultimately bringing them peace of mind? Because they're out of alignment. If the thing that they want to accomplish, the goal, which is to have that investment property, and really ultimately by accomplishing that goal, it is to bring them, they know they really want to have peace of mind. Well, then they're out of alignment if the behaviors and the habits that they're having currently with their financial situation are not bringing them peace of mind. And that's the place to start when it comes to having a plan with money. And why that's so important is because there are things that have occurred to this individual and myself and many of the women that I've coached, this person I'm using an example, right? Where there's something that has occurred for her to have that avoidance of looking at her financial situation. It could be something that's happened in the household growing up. I've talked about this all the time. It could be something out in the world. Maybe she got burned by a financial institution at one point. If it has to do with like a bank account, I'll give a story. So I had a client. Um, oh gosh, this was years ago. Let me think. So she didn't want to open a bank account, and was working at a nonprofit, and she had was starting, reestablish herself and had some great opportunities to have a job and get direct deposit and those kinds of things. And she was having so much anxiety about opening up a bank account. And throughout the coaching, we talked about it and it came up that she remembered going inside the bank with her mom, who was a single mom when she's growing up, and her mom um, wasn't able to get her checks cashed because she didn't have enough money in the bank, right? And they needed to have that cash. And she just remembers her mom being so upset and how much devastation that caused for them in that time period. And that she now, as an adult life, she's like, I don't even want to go there. I don't trust the banks. I don't want anything to do with the bank. I can't even go there because all the experience of dealing with the people and how they treated her mom when they were at the institution, when they were inside the bank, how she saw her mom affected by it and how that affected her, that was like financial trauma for her that was coming in her adult life. She didn't want to open that bank account, but she knew she wanted to have this career so that she could provide for her children. So, and she was really wanting to have a plan for her money because she's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, is what she would say. And so I'm bringing that up because her desire and then what she was doing, which is avoiding going into that bank account, into that bank to open an account, was not creating what she ultimately desired. So I invite you to pay attention currently to like what your current financial habits are and celebrate them. The ones that you're doing right, because that's a win. And pay attention and notice to the ones when you're doing them. If you're feeling If it's not basically, if it's not feeling good, just if you're not just simple, it's not feeling good. It's so funny saying good because I'm always like telling my daughter, like, "Can you say something else instead of I don't feel good?" But she's a teenager, and here I am using it. But point being, it's very basic, right? And then from there, you can start to figure out where you're feeling the anxiety, where you're feeling the stress financially, or maybe you already know. And then what is it that you are doing or not doing that is creating what you desire or not? So if you truly desire joy, are you experiencing joy in that activity? And look, this is a practice. I am speaking from, I actually do this myself. So when my business income is going up and down and I got bills to pay and I'm paying myself, and for me, I can start to feel anxious when I'm seeing the amounts in my bank accounts get smaller, even though I know more money is going to be coming. Oops, hit the mic. I don't, I just, it brings, because I feel like I'm losing them. It's an automatic thing for me. Like it's going to go away. So for me, I'm constantly doing work on catching myself in those moments and just saying all that I need is within me. All is well. There's more than enough. All of my needs are met. And it's a practice. Sometimes I'm really good at it. Other times I miss it. And later on, I'm like, oh, I forgot to do that. So, why I'm doing that is because I truly, for me, having my business, I'm the first one in my family to have a business, is that I'm just to build this wealth and this comfort and the stability for my family is so important to me because I want my family to be taken care of so that it brings me a sense of satisfaction, yes, peace of mind, and freedom and joy to just see my family reaping the rewards of the hard work that I've put in, right? But if I'm not experiencing that right now when I'm working on my, cash flow and stuff like that, I'm out of alignment. So the sooner that we can come into alignment, the faster we'll be able to reach where we want to go. So that's a way to be in alignment. And from there, and why this is important is because then when the next steps are coming along, when you really are like, okay, let me back up. If you're if you're making financial decisions, and let's say you meet with a financial advisor or you meet with an investment advisor, and you're sitting across from that person and you are feeling confused, scared, worried about whatever thing you're going to do, what investment you're going to make, the decisions that you make may not be one that is one meant for you. It's so important for us to pay attention to how we're experiencing things because when we're able to do that, our inner knowing, our intuition can come forward. But if we're coming from a place of fear, we're forcing ourselves to do something, right? That just doesn't feel right, but I'm supposed to do this. I'm supposed to have a plan of my money. I have to do this. That may not be the best thing because maybe what ends up happening is you walk out of that appointment and you don't implement what was provided, or maybe at that time the individual you're speaking with, they perceive you as somebody who may have like pride when it's really an experience of shame that you're having, and then the way that they speak with you may not feel good. I've seen that happen. I've heard about that. Or, down the line, when it comes to the market crashing, or, you're seeing your account not doing so well, you panic and pull everything out because the decision was originally made out of fear. Do you see what I'm saying? So when you're able to be aware of what emotions are coming up for you now, and then when it comes to implementing those things, purchasing the properties, increasing um, your earning capacity, negotiating that raise, making a large purchase, making a big financial decision, and you're coming from a place of peace, and you come from that place of confidence, and you come from that place of this feels right. Well, then everything that you're deciding, it completely just flourishes. And you'll know what to do and what not to do because you're connected to yourself. Now, notice here, I'm not saying you should be doing X, Y, and Z at this time in your life. You should be investing here or have this retirement account, have this much savings. That's not my jam. That's not where I'm coming from at all. Yes, it's great. It's important to have that information as well. But I am inviting you to step into a place and understand that you are the expert of your life. You know what works for you. Okay, you really do. It's there. And if you're like, "No, I don't, Leah." That's why I need help. Okay, yes, that's why I do what I do because I work with my clients to pull that out. For them to get in touch with what it is that they really, really want. And then they start being able to make decisions and have plans for their money and implementing them and feeling amazing. Okay. But that starts with, again, being aware, being aware always. I enjoyed talking about that. Um, it's something that, you know, that's why I love doing what I do. So, if you want more of this, tomorrow is Prosperity Exchange. It is every Friday. So, if you're watching this later on and it's not on Thursday, I'm saying tomorrow, please know every Friday, 12 o'clock p.m. Pacific. Prosperity Exchange, you can go to my page here on LinkedIn, go to my events, register once, and you'll get reminders for whatever session you want to sign up for. And then each week I just send out like an email reminder for those. And it's such a lovely experience. I love bringing these topics to the conversation, and it's not just me talking. I actually love to have the women attending do a lot of the talking and facilitate a conversation. And oftentimes there may be somebody who's attending that may have something that they're grappling with financially, decision to make, business opportunity, whatever it may be, not sure what to do, need some support. And I'll facilitate a conversation. I'll either do it one on one or it'll be a group conversation to support her or you, whoever it may be be able to take action or know what to do next. Even if it's not taking action, just having that support sometimes can make a really, really big difference. So thank you so very much. Would love to see you there at Prosperity Exchange. And the year's almost over, y'all. Right? January's around the corner. Um, so anyway, I just had a blank thought right now. Don't mind me. I think I'm going to go have a snack. Okay. Until next time, see you. Take care. And I'm sending you so much love. Thank you for joining me today.